Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kevin Plays Disc Golf. Today we have a course update from Moody Park in Claremont, New Hampshire. My name is Kevin, and I play disc golf. Filming on course for this video is done on April 28th, 2026. The course is largely unchanged from my original video from 2024, link in the description, and all of the details from that video are still applicable other than what is here. The big changes that I'm going to go through in this video is that hole 9 has now been completed, a long basket has been added to hole 14, now called 14A, and there are two new holes, 19 and 20, that make the walk back to the parking lot a lot more purposeful. Now we'll go to the tee of hole 9 and see what's new there. Hole 9 is a 204-foot par 3 over a very deep gully, though the basket is below the height of the tee. There is a small flat landing area and the basket has been elevated slightly. The platform for the landing area has been built up and there are some logs behind the basket, and with the hill, this is a good hole to ace run. Additionally, the wood platform is about 6 inches above the ground level, which should help prevent any basket hits from rolling all the way to the bottom of the hill.
Here we are at the green of 6, looking back up the hill. We can see that this green is fairly narrow, has a landing zone, but it's built up around it. So if you can get onto the top of the platform, it's very likely that you will stay up here unless you get a horrifically ugly bounce either through one of the holes that has the stairs leading up to it. Hole 14, there are two options now. The standard hole 14 is exactly what it was previously, a 356-foot par 3, downhill straight ahead. Hole 14A is a 459-foot par 4. We cannot see the basket from the tee, but if we look at the most brightly lit up tree, it's kind of two trees to the left of where the white basket is. Down in that direction is the long basket for hole 14A, which has a blue basket there. We'll take a little look at it once we are up at the basket for the standard hole 14. Here we are near the basket of the standard 14, right next to the tree that I pointed out off the tee that was in the direction. If we look down in the shadows, we can see the blue basket kind of straight ahead in that direction. There's a rock that's kind of right in the middle past the stumps, and the blue basket is down that hill right over that crest there. It is in a bit of a valley and it does have some guardian trees, but once you get past those trees, that green is fairly open. To get from the basket of 18 to the tee for 19, we walk past the basket just as we would have exited the course previously. We do have a nice sign for hole 19. We want to follow this tree line around to the left, and just on the other side, this rubber mat is the tee for hole 19. Hole 19 is a 183-foot par 3, straight ahead. The gimmick here is this does play as an island hole. So there's a path that you have to cross to make it onto the island. And if you make it to the road, that is out of bounds long. There's also out of bounds left and right. But again, the big thing is you need to make sure you make it past the path and don't go all the way to the road. Okay, that was good. To get from the basket of 19 to the tee for 20, with our back to the tee, we can look across and see the building across the road. If we turn to our right and go just a short distance over here, we have the rubber tee mat for hole 20. Hole 20 is a 400-foot par 4, dead straight ahead. If we look off in the distance through the biggest gap in the middle here and look way off, we can see the basket kind of on the left side of that gap up past those other trees, just above the bush in the foreground. Here we are just past the bush across the creek where my drive landed. I had a nice shot through this straight gap here, and I've got about a 25-foot putt for birdie. The basket of hole 20 puts you out right next to the parking lot at the entrance to the park on the other side of the gate. You can see the parking lot in the background. And if you want to go play some more, if we turn to our left, just across the road, we can see the start kiosk and the hole 1 tee off in the distance.
Hole 20, now putting an end to the round, is a good finishing hole. Though there are choices that you have to make depending on exactly where you end up, it is a short par 4 at 400 feet, and it always feels good to end the round with a par, or better yet, a birdie. Though the changes do provide some additional options in hole variety, they do not affect my overall course rating one way or the other. They are all improvements, but as the experience of holes 1 through 18 was pretty good to begin with, and with hole 19 and 20 fitting in well, but being average holes for the course, it doesn't swing the overall character of the course one way or the other. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out my other video linked here, as well as the links to my playlists of disc golf courses of New Hampshire and Vermont linked in the description.